We travel miles to come abroad because we want a better life. We work hard, we educate ourselves, we get into all sorts of student debts and family debts back home, get a better education, and hopefully earn more. So you can then help yourself, live a better life, give your kids the best, give your family back home the best. That's what we thought, and that's what a lot of us did, and we keep doing. But nobody really taught us what I'm about to share. I'm talking specifically about the UK. I don't know how to describe the UK economic system or the UK government. It just feels like if you've ever been stalked or if you've ever been watched or followed, there's no running anywhere when it comes to stagnating your growth or keeping you on a particular level, making sure that you don't break that glass ceiling. Now, why am I saying all of this? I remember vividly a couple of years ago, maybe 15 years ago, when I just, almost started my life, and probably was taking home like 1,500 with maybe a kid or two. What this money did, how far this money went, and how much it felt like I was earning. I was self-sufficient. I could make ends meet. I was living according to my means, and I was contented. I used to actually sneak in a holiday abroad with that pay grade. But I'll look at our big uncles, aunties who'd been in the UK for years. They motivated me. Some of them were doctors, accountants, in the health field. Whatever they did, they looked like they were comfortable. They used to go abroad to Europe on holidays, and we would all dream. We would hear how much they earned, and we're like, that would be me one day. We all had this aspiration. But none of these aunties or uncles explained to us how the UK tax system worked. Of course, there's information online, but you don't quite get it till you get to that point. The UK system does not really reward hard work. It is a punitive system for those who strive for more. I don't care however we want to phrase this. This is the way the country and the economy thrives. The way the government gets their budget is based on tax. The way the social system works with people on benefits is based on your contributions. It's a socialist system. It's welfare based. It means that when you work hard, of course, those who don't work will get compensated because they want to try to equalize our earnings. It's different from like the US, which is more capitalist, where when you work, actually, if you work hard, you can actually see the money. We've talked about this for a very long time, and it's not a topic for debate because there are facts to prove this. And I'm talking today specifically about the high tax brackets trap and how instead of feeling like you're better off, it feels like the country is sponging everything from you. Now, keep this scenario. You start earning, start with 35,000 a year, and you're taking home like 2,500 pounds. And you're thinking, okay, I'm staying in a shared accommodation. I don't want to spend 1,000 on my bills and my rents. I want to save up and move to a bigger place while I educate myself, maybe bring my family back from home. I want them to come here and meet the best. And you start working hard to get that dream job. You work hard for 5 years, okay? And you get yourself, after training, spending thousands, you get yourself what you consider a dream job is 50,000, like a start. And you're thinking, God, I've made it. You probably have made it because at this point, maybe you don't know, but you are in the low tax bracket. Now, the way the tax system works, I want to educate a few of us about it because many people just hear, they don't really understand how significant it is in terms of the living standards and being able to save and living a fulfilled life. If you earn less than £12,570, very random number, you don't pay any tax. It's tax-free. Now, if you earn over £12,571 up to about 50,271, I'll put the exact number because they come up with these random numbers. I think it's 5271. You would pay 20% extra over the 12,570. So that is the bracket you'll be on. So if you earn 50,000, you'll still be paying 20% on that extra. And then when you jump, after you've done this, you're thinking, my aim is to get to 6 figures. I want to work hard because we Africans, we don't come here to play. No, we don't. I've always said this, we are very hardworking, we're very smart, and we're very ambitious. So you're targeting to start earning more. You work hard another maybe 5-6 years. While you're earning this 50,000, you'll be taking home 3,100. And most of us can live okay with that amount if you follow what I'm going to share at the end of this video. So it's important to watch to my advice at the end. You start earning 50 and then you get 3,100. At this point, you're looking at your partner, you're looking at yourselves, your kids, you think, you know what, I have worked hard. I need to increase certain things. I need a bigger car to suit this kind of job. You know, this Corsa that I've been driving, this Peugeot, this Meriva, or this Ford. Nah, I need something more luxury. Maybe not to the top. Let's go to BMW. You start paying more. Okay. And then you work hard, and then suddenly you get that salary jump to 70,000. You're like, Mama, I have made it. I'm on this money. And you realize that your take home now is almost 4,900 pounds. You're like, wow. And you remember yourself, you start talking about your humble beginnings of 35,000, how with 35,000 you're taking home 2-3, you move to 50,000, and then now you're on 70,000, you're taking home almost 5,000. And then it kicks in that, now, this baby girl, I cannot be living like you peasants. And this is what the UK high salary trap does to you. You don't realize that once you've passed 50,000 and you up until 100,000, you're paying 40% extra. And not only that, you start paying tax on many other things if you want to decide to move. So this is why I'm going to share why we are trapped and why we don't progress. Because once that happens, you want to start spending more on things like a bigger house. Yes, you're going to pay a lot more council tax when you move to a bigger band, more gas and electric, and then you look at your kids, you're like, these children deserve private education. I went to private school back in Africa, I'm going to do it. And then if you have more than one child, easily you can spend up to £3,000 more a month. You're back to where you were. You are back to when you were earning 35,000, but you're just paying more tax. And then if by some means you're growing up the ranks after 10 years of working hard and just paying this for the kids' school fees, bigger house, at that point you have a big car that you're paying 1,000, what you have to survive on has shrunk more than when you earn £35,000. I'm telling you guys that a lot of us are living witnesses, living testimonials to this. And then to earn over 100,000, let's say 125,000, what that means is that you're paying 45% tax. You will be paying £1 for every £2 you make. So it's split in half once you get to that bracket. A lot of us don't still see this. It makes you think, hang on a second, why can I not still have money in my account? This is my project back home, this house, this plot that I've been trying to build. How am I not able to raise it? I'm supposed to be taking home £5,000, £6,000. And then you look at your bank statements. Car finance, £1,000 or maybe £600. Kids private schools, you have 2 kids, you're spending £2,000 a month. That's easily £3,000. All of your initial plans to go and invest back home, it's just falling back on the system because your taxes for everything, your grocery shopping, gas, even for your car, everything just goes up. The system holds you back. How can you fix this? This is not just to moan. This is to say that the certain things that you can do. Please, our immigrant brothers and sisters, it is tempting once you start earning more to go all crazy because there's this poverty mindset of, I never had, I cannot keep it, it's going to go, I have to spend it. Start learning from today to invest. You don't have to invest a lot. I don't have a problem with private schools, I don't have a problem with big mortgages, but always think about the future and think about smart ways to outsmart the system. The tax system is cruel. The ways you can think about an ISA account which you can pay up to 20,000 a year without paying tax. A pensions account, stocks, ISA and bonds. Even if if you're not spending 1,000 a month, even just £200 to start investing, start doing it now in very smart interest and tax-free accounts that you can check, do the research. I've joined a ladies forum, but there are loads, and I'll put a few links down where you can learn about money. Because if you don't start thinking about the future today in a foreign country, I'll tell you that once you've struggled and your kids gone to private schools, you have a big life, you go on holiday twice a year, you're buying designer stuff, brand new cars. Every time your car wants to expire, you've upgraded it so you look good with your friends. What else? You just spend money. After paying that mortgage, what happens? You'll be retired, you'll have no money, and then you'll go to a care home because you've not even invested back home where you can go. Build yourself a small house where you can go back and live there without anybody asking you for anything. Because if you keep it here, you keep that mortgage, when you get older, you're not able to look after yourself. They'll sell that house and pay for your care in an old people's home. Because your kids, if they were brought up in this part of the world, baby, that is your problem. They'll visit you, they'll bring you fruits. If you still like African food, they might bring it. If you see them once a month and you look at yourself and say, oh, 30 years of working hard, what do I have to show? And then you look at your friends, those who stayed back home, stayed healthier because they went out, they lived a better life, they were not as sedentary as you. They have the small bungalows. They've spent maybe £10,000 to build a small place that is home. They have extended relatives who could possibly look after them. We need to shine our eyes. We need to. Because this government, even when you start deciding that you want to go self-employed, or you have incorporations tax, you have this tax, you have that, I will tell anybody that will care to listen that if you don't realize that you have no money to spend till you've saved compulsory every month and invested before you start thinking about all the luxuries. The people who you open their wardrobes, they have 100 designer bags. If it makes you happy, that's fine. But what exactly is your end goal? Did you travel this far to model the newest shoes, to model the newest bags, to model the newest hair? Is that what brought you? If that's what brought you here, that's fine. You see, there's a clear difference with immigrants who have come here a lot older and those who were, say, second generation, because they don't have the problems that we believe we did. And I would really be damned if I travel this far to get a better life and only end up living with a bag or a box of designer things worth thousands. And when you convert that years later to even sell it, you don't have brick and mortars. I will tell anybody that please let us, one, be very careful with black tax and our commitment. When we have a job, when our salary bracket moves, what do? Most of us will call back home, call our parents, and we're like, those prayers in church, they worked for me. Mommy, now I have this job, and your mom is happy, your dad is happy. But what that means is everybody's problem is your own. Yes, every man and his dog, anybody, any death in the family is you. And you do it with pride because you keep saying, yeah, I have family. That's what they call black tax. It'll be on your neck. You were sending $50 before, $100, now you'll be sending $1,000. Though that salary has gone up, do they understand what that means in terms of your tax payment to the government? The fact that you have more commitment. They say, the more money we come across, the more problems we see. That's so true. So let's be careful. Yes, you can communicate if you want, but I will advise anybody that be careful what you share. They love you, but there's also the pride of every parent to talk about what the kids have achieved, and that could be detrimental to you. So take that with a pinch of salt and do what you have to do. Black tax is real and it can cripple you. Lifestyle creep, stop it. Spend exactly what you were spending when you were earning 35,000. Give yourself 5 years saving, investing, and then seeing what you have left for you to start enjoying the luxuries. People who buy luxurious cars, private schools, they don't have these money problems. They have generational wealth. They are not rich, they are wealthy. They would not lack a penny tomorrow. So don't go joining them buying a brand new Audi Q, something that's 100,000, buying a Tesla. Guys, it will catch up with you. The people who've had it all and lost it. If you don't work for 6 months without an emergency fund, you'll be on the streets begging. Nobody's going to give you a home. Your parents back home, they love you, they cannot give you anything. The uncle's child that you raised who is a doctor is not going to help you. So 1, black tax. 2, lifestyle creep is real. Keep it real till you're sure that you have a way out. 3, make sure that you have a budget that you can follow. I am a sucker for a good budget, and I've shared my template before. Before I spend money on any extra thing, I know that I have saved, I have invested, and I have kept money for rainy days in my emergency fund until that emergency fund can cover 6 months comfortably. And then I'm also beginning to think about my kids' future. I'd rather invest in bonds, shares for them now than maybe pay humongous amounts for certain young kids in private schools. That's my opinion. Yours might differ. We all might differ. And then start thinking as well about long-term investment, not just short-term. Think about your pension. Get somebody to advise you if you think you need advice, or read about all of these ways that you can try to almost outsmart the system with tax and savings. Once you've done all of that and you have what is left, it's important that even if you earn 7 figures, whatever, millions, if you don't know how to manage your money, you will not have money. Because that is one thing that we don't know. We don't know about money management, being smart, because we were not taught. We did not grow up in a system where there was high taxes levied on us, on our parents, and the system was really, really very transparent. Most people worked, did business, had cash in hand, and there was no follow-up. Aunties, uncles who came have not really had the time to sit us and teach us. So I'm doing this for free. I want you to just think about that time that you were contented with what you earned and how it went a long way with your family, and think about where you are today genuinely. Are you making the right money decisions? Is your money working for you? Are you living hand to mouth to please the next person? Do you want to be a social insect where you were everywhere in every party with a new dress traveling around the world? These are things that we were not taught, but I'm doing my best for the rainy days. Forget your pensions, just money that if you think what 200 a month can do for you in 40 years, it could get up to £500,000. So get savvy, know where your money is going to. Don't rely on your salary going up. Think about what that means in terms of your bank account and your taxes, the commitments that you keep doing. I will try and carry on to educate us immigrants who've come, that once you come, don't get excited. Be level-headed and think about what your aim is. Don't get your eyes off the goal. Keep focused, because if we all remembered what our aims were, our goals were, we would not be where we are today, because we would remember that our aim was to come and work here for 20 years and build ourselves a small home back home and move back, do a business. But when we come here, we get sucked. Oh, my friends, we're balling. Our kids now sound British. Those things won't take you anywhere. Those children that sound British, they're the ones who abandon you in a care home. This is so cruel that the UK system, it keeps you down. It says that you're not going to go above a certain level. You know what? Keep breaking it. Keep breaking it. And there are ways to succeed. And I'll be sharing on this channel because I have learned this. It's never too late to learn. And I have learned working hard is good, but working smart is always better. I hope this video helps somebody. If it does, give us a like, consider subscribing. There's a lot of this, and I'll be trying my best to help us, younger immigrants, older immigrants, and just people being back home on life, things that I wish I was told. If I knew what I know now 20 years ago when I came to the UK, I can almost guarantee that my portfolio in terms of investment could make me retire in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. The money that I wasted on useless things, people that don't even care about me, people that don't even know if I exist, things that I bought that I've never used. So anyway, and share this to somebody. Let them think deeply. What is the priority? Don't get sucked in this system, because this system will spit you right out however they want to, and make it worse. Sometimes you might even work this hard and not even get the papers to stay here, and all that will go to God knows where. Anyway, thanks again. My name is Lulu. This is Lulu Diaries, and I share videos like this, and I hope that this helps you. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye. Bye.